And welcome to another segment of Nurse Practitioner Television. This is attorney and nurse practitioner Joe Flores. I put myself through nurse practitioner in law school, and I got interested in being a lawyer because I started reviewing records for lawyers. I'm not quote unquote certified by many institutions, but I support American Association of Legal Nurse Consulting, their book, and I also have my own course. You can call me on it, 361-887-8670, the only one from a nurse practitioner and a trial lawyer that practices both as we sit here today. Talking about what I've been discussing, last segment was about contract law. You can find it on YouTube. And we're also talking about how to prepare for a job interview. I've been a general counsel for many healthcare entities, many clinics, and I've interviewed nurse practitioners and RNs, hundreds. I've also unfortunately had to fire dozens. And I've done it in a way that at least we, separate from the organization in the right way. It's not easy, but I've seen it from both sides, hiring and firing, as well as being a nurse practitioner and applying. So let's jump in feet first. Dress like me, or the tie you want if you're a gentleman, or a business suit if you are a female nurse practitioner, and go apply for a job. Number one, this is very serious when you're applying, and they want to get the message that you take it seriously. You're a professional, you're a business person. Even if you're not, learn the basics on business, right? Because when you're applying, you're going to want to convey to them, I understand that you're hiring me, and I have to make at least triple of what you're paying me and generate it to justify myself. Because if you're an owner of a clinic, and many nurse practitioners are becoming an owner and say, Joe, I just did not realize how hard it is to be an employer. I thought it was just about counting the money and making all this cash. If you're making, as a business owner, and keeping 20% of your income that's coming in, the gross income, you're doing very well. And if I hire a nurse practitioner, I want to make sure that they understand, and I hate to say it, but it's going to be a loss for about 6 months. We're taking a risk on them. We don't know about them. We try to vet them as best as we can. And so as a nurse practitioner, when you're applying, let's say you have zero experience, you just got out, how can you sell yourself? Well, let me do this, and I become the person. You're the eyes of the employer. I'm applying for you. Good morning. I'm Joe Flores. I'm a nurse practitioner. I just graduated, but I'm 29 years old. This is way back. And I'm a nurse practitioner, but I'm also a former ICU nurse. I'm certified in critical care, and I know about pathophysiology. I know when somebody's sick, and I've taken care of people at their worst and at their best. And I've coordinated care with families. I've dealt with death and dying. I've done, big emergency cases. I handle stress well. And if you give me a chance and an opportunity, I will make sure that I see people in a very professional manner. I will stay on message with this corporate culture or this clinic culture, and I will bring back revenue. But I need that chance. I need this first job, because I have a lot to give and I have a lot to offer for this company or this clinic. Stop, right? And then a lot of us throw out a word salad, and we forget that the music is in between the notes, ladies and gentlemen. People like to talk about themselves. It's only human nature. But the way to get to people is also let them talk about themselves. So if I'm the employer, I want to be able to jump in there and ask some key questions most of the time. So what we do out of nervousness sometimes, we tend to keep going on and on and on, and as much as we say it, nurse practitioners need to listen to understand, not wait to reply. Say it with me again. We need to listen to understand, not to just wait to say something. You're going to want to get out everything about yourself when you apply, but you also want to hear what they have to say, what their needs are. So you may, after saying your 1-minute intro about yourself, say, how can I help this clinic? How can I help the physicians? Even in a non-collaborative state where you're independent, how can I make this workplace better with the gifts that I'm bringing and the skills that I'm bringing to the table? You've opened up a larger conversation, and you get a bigger picture of the clinic you're working at, or the physician you're collaborating with, or whatever. But you're learning about the organization, and you're sharing with them that you're listening, you're ready to learn, and you have a positive attitude. And that really, really helps. Another thing you want to bring out is just a share of vulnerability. People like that, and they will rescue you many, many times. I'll say, I don't know a lot about being a nurse practitioner, and sometimes I get scared about that. I worry about getting a job, but I'm here to listen, I'm here to learn, and I'm here to take really good care of the patients. It may sound corny or trite, but it's true. Just the truth. Share your vulnerability, and often they appreciate that. If you go in there with your armor on and say, I know everything and I'm ready, they're going to get turned off. And also remember, once again, the music is in between the notes. So even practice with somebody and stop, like a telegraph message. I am Joe Flores, I'm a nurse practitioner and I'm just newly minted. Stop. Give them a chance, maybe one Mississippi, to jump in there if they have something and say, I have an extensive critical care background. I work with people well. I work under extreme stress well, and I'm ready to learn. I mean, those kinds of techniques and listening often separate you from 9 out of 10 people, because 9 out of 10 people are waiting to reply when they listen, not to understand. So I hope you have gotten something out of this. This is just the basics for applying. Have a very, very crisp CV or resume, as some people say, but put on there even stuff you've taught about, a lecture you've done. We're excellent teachers. Maybe a health clinic that you ran. And share something personal. Why did you go back for a nurse practitioner? For most of it, it's not just about making more money. It's about being able to take care of people better, and being able to save lives, and being able to diagnose, prescribe, and treat in a fundamental way where you're going to keep people out of a hospital and keep them healthy. And right now, our system is in crisis. So keep those points in mind. Thanks for watching Nurse Practitioner Television. My information is at the bottom of the screen, but if you're listening and away from your iPad, laptop, or device, it's Joe at floreslawfirm.com or 361-887-8670. Follow us, like us, retweet us, and follow us on LinkedIn. Thank you, and God bless.